So the rule of thirds, you see the screen is split up into thirds. So from to the end of the screen to like right where you are, that's 1/3. From where there, that's the second third. This is the rule. This is the last third. And honestly, for us to sit on the lines makes sense because we're
kind of like it.
Symmetrical.
You can tell you were in the Avid lab, and
all up in that joint.
I was in the writer's lab.
All up in that joint. Let me put my phone on. Do not disturb.
You know what I'm saying?
I was all up in that joint. Oh, I might need your help with something, but that's after the show.
Of course.
That's after the.
Pull my Nick's glass closer to me.
I was gonna help you, but I'm not helping you now.
I don't understand.
Y'all see how in here with this shit on? Who y'all supposed to be up against next?
We are up against the Pacers right now, and we won game 1 after we sent Philly home.
Nobody asked you to say that, Sherelle. That wasn't necessary.
We actually sent them home after Embiid was upset because we also took over Wells Fargo Stadium. Embiid was like, I don't think Knicks fans should be able to come in here. And then Philly actually like gave away tickets, and we still dusted y'all.
No, someone had bought the tickets and give them away.
Yeah.
Because they wanted the city to be hype.
Well,
it doesn't matter. Y'all not.
It wasn't hype enough.
Y'all not going to the chip anyway. It don't matter.
Well, the Sixers are.
Yo, excuse you.
Cancun right now.
Excuse me.
Or wherever they are.
Excuse you.
You know.
I don't have to deal with this. I don't have to deal with this.
Listen, I don't make the rules, Sway. Okay?
I don't have to deal with
I'm
this.
just watching my boys.
I don't have to deal with this.
But let me tell you something. We get to the chip.
I don't have to deal with this.
Prepare to be sick of me.
My mom is going to text you once she sees this episode.
Well, listen, she can text. It's fine.
That or my brother.
Hopefully.
My mom or my brother might text you.
Well, if you're left on red, it's because I'm watching the Knicks in round.
Wow.
In round 2 of the playoffs.
This is nasty work.
Round 2. Number 2.
Look at you acting just like a Drake fan.
Actually, act like a J. Cole fan. Because I choose peace. And
this is not peace.
But this is basketball and it's playoff basketball, so there's no such thing.
Oh,
but in hip hop, we'll get to that.
We will get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, we will.
After we watch the game. But anyway,
let's start the show. Yeah, let's just go ahead and start the show because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired. I'm tired. Damn it. Guys.
Hey everyone.
What is happening?
What's going on?
I'm your girl Sierra T.
And I'm your girl Sherelle B.
And this is Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is this episode 12?
Yes. Mm-hmm. You know what? We're just gonna check real quick.
I think I'm putting my money up on 12.
I think it is, yeah.
It's giving 12 energy. I feel very 12-ish.
Oh.
12.
It is. You're right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yes, it is. Yeah. By the way, our birthday.
Yes.
The podcast is 7 years old now. Wow. 7 years old.
Yes. Thank you so much for all of your support. Mm-hmm. We appreciate it. We even appreciate when you be, yelling at us because we're not on camera or we just not having an episode. We love all of it. Yeah. We love all of you. So thank you so very much.
Yes.
But as you can see, this episode is going to be a little divided. Yes, or give or take.
So.
Give or take.
So.
But yeah, it's just going to be
so.
Philly versus New York, and then
Kendrick,
Compton versus
Compton, Toronto.
I don't want to say against Toronto because I'm not. You know what? We'll get to it. If
you're ashamed, just say that.
No, I'm not at all. I'm not because my favorite rapper decided to sit out.
Good for him.
You get what I mean?
And I love that for him.
And I have things to say about that because I think I called it a couple episodes ago, and it's almost been confirmed. And I'm like, Welp. So that's that.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
that's all I have to say about that.
I love it
for now.
I love it.
for now.
Sis, what can't you wrap your head around?
You know, I actually can't wrap my head around, it actually was like the rat beef or whatever, but I actually can't wrap my head around some of the fakeness that's been going on about it.
Oh.
Because all of a sudden, everybody like, you know what I can't really wrap my head around?
Okay, let's break it down.
Because I don't want to go into the rat beef just yet. I can't wrap my head around how everyone comes out of the woodwork on stuff. All of a sudden, everybody got something to say. You know, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 weeks ago. If you know something, say something.
Yeah,
okay?
True
you
that.
know what I'm saying? Like,
true that.
But it's like all of a sudden, now all of a sudden y'all got these screenshots of everything. I'm like, what the
Where y'all been at this whole time?
the whole time?
Because Metro Grooming is trending right now.
Wait a minute, what?
Metro Grooming. Apparently, he's had some really weird tweets from back in the day. So he's trending literally, like, as we're recording, on Twitter right now.
God.
Of some really wild stuff he had tweeted back in the day.
Well, look.
So, yeah.
I just personally think that, like, everybody has skeletons in the closet.
Oh, for
Everybody
sure.
got skeletons in the closet. But it's like, especially for Metro Grooming,
Damn.
you probably should have, but I just feel like, and I feel like this is just not even just with rap beef, with anything. All of a sudden, everybody has something, you know what, I have been saying, you ain't been saying absolutely nothing. You've been bopping to the same tunes that we've been dancing to. So let's cut it out.
That's cold.
So I can't wrap my head around it. And it sometimes I'll be on social media like, oh, so you knew this whole time?
Listen.
But let that nigga slide in your DMs. Let one of them slide in your DMs. I bet you won't know nothing. So that's all I had to say about that.
Damn. Okay.
You feel me?
I feel you.
That's all.
What I can't wrap my head around is similar to yours in the sense of like, I think people want their celebrities to be everything to them and like handle like all of the causes. It's like,
and we drinking.
And we drinking. What are we drinking, by the way?
Oh, this is just red Cabernet. Red Cabernet.
Is it a dry wine? Is it dry?
It's a little. It's good.
Okay.
It's a little.
That doesn't answer my question. I asked if it was dry, and you said it was good.
I don't want to say it's dry, but I don't want to say it's sweet. It's perfect.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? It's like in between.
Okay, I got you. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
Anyway, what I was saying was like, everybody wants their celebrities to be everything and like always be right. And sometimes I'm like,
right.
Sometimes you don't always say the right things. Sometimes you're not always politically correct.
Correct.
And that's a little bit frustrating to me as people who are like,
media personalities.
Media personalities. It's like people be expecting you to like be so gung ho about everything. And it's like I can't and I won't. I can't and I won't. And I'm like, I understand holding like certain people or celebrities to a standard.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something that's just I've been struggling with personally in terms of like, what I'm saying online. Is like, I have my ideas and sometimes I'm like, I'm listening to people talk and I'm like,
girl, oh my God.
I'm like, I feel that, but I can't say out loud that I agree with it because like, then it's like, oh, Sierra hates all kids. And I'm like, well, it's just some of them. Like,
seriously. Seriously.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
I wrote an article earlier about, so MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, just got rid of their DEI hiring process. So basically, like, candidates for faculty and staff have to submit to submit DEI statements and things like that, and they're getting rid of it.
Oh wow!
And we already know all the DEI initiatives are slowly but surely dying. Thanks to conservatives, unfortunately. But one professor from Harvard Law School said that he was actually against the DEI statements from the jump because he was like, even as a law professor, he was like, there's certain shit that I just don't agree with. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he was like, now it's like putting these statements out kind of puts you on a thin line of like where you need to be.
Yes.
Versus some, others are like, you kind of need to submit these because it really helps you to reach, a diverse student body. But
Yes.
I kind of got what he was saying a little bit because it's like, damn, it's certain things I be wanting to say. And I'm like, there's certain topics that we saw. My mom was like, I don't want y'all to get canceled.
Yeah, my mom does the same thing to me,
You know what I'm saying?
too.
She was like, I don't want y'all to get canceled because of that. And I'm just like, but that's just how we felt.
Right, but like, how do you even maneuver that? Like, listen, I'm assuming that everybody who tunes into this show, like, I hope that you guys understand that these are all genuine topics. So, like, the way our opinions and stuff on these things, like, this is how we actually feel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
We're
it's
not
like,
sugarcoating any of it.
Right, and I don't want to have to feel like I don't want to always have to be. I don't want to have to always be PC because sometimes my thought process isn't PC.
Right.
Now, listen, do I fall on the more liberal side of things? Absolutely, I do. Absolutely, I do. Mm-hmm. Do I have some maybe weird values on certain things? Absolutely, I do. I'm not perfect, and I feel like this reminds me of when that Chris Brown clip.
Yes. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yes.
It like for real, I don't give a fuck about Chris Brown at all. Like, I don't care about that man, like, at all. And it was like, what are we doing here?
Right. It was just one topic, and people
Yeah.
was like, well, y'all know he beat one. I'm like, okay, hold on a minute. Like, that wasn't the premise of what we were talking about. We were talking about him and his talents in R&B. It's just like that was really, y'all dead ass thought y'all was gonna cancel Jill Scott because she said that he was talented. Is he not?
He is talented. Two things can be true at once. Do he be beating up women? Yes.
I was like,
is he also talented? Yes.
Then people was like, oh, Jill Scott. I'm like, first of all, ain't nobody canceling Jill Scott, so you could just get over that.
Especially Boomers. Boomers don't cancel nobody.
Okay.
They still listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
And that is one I just can't get with that. But
and half of them, Al Green and Isley Brothers and all them.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. If we gonna talk about
Listen.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, all she said was he was talented because Chris Brown is a talented ass dude. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, regardless of the situation. So it's just weird.
It's weird to always have to be on like, well, wait a minute, it's like,
yeah, no, it is.
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, dog.
It's not. No, I'm with you 1,000% because it's just like, it gets frustrating. Sometimes it's like, well, damn, like I just had an opinion. Right. So, I don't know, child.
Whew, child. So anyway, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we can wrap at. Like, you see, we've been doing this for a while. We kind of like connected on that. So, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, but now we're going to move into some serious stuff, kind of.
Yes.
Serious stuff with Bussin' Ballots. We are back.
Boop, 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 boop.
All right.
My guns sound better this time.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
So this week we're covering Nevada, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. We are in ends now.
We're making our way through the list.
Okay.
We are making our way through.
For real. Okay, so first up we have Nevada. I'm sorry. Where was I? Yes, I was looking at Nebraska, my bad. And they have a little bit, this is a little dated, but I thought it was very interesting. It came out in March.
Okay.
But they actually received an F in report on state legislation, basically state support of public education. Basically, that's what's happening. An F. That's not good. So the Public Schooling in America report released in February 2024, it actually looks at criteria including charter school regulations and voucher program limitations, teacher pay, and protection for homeschool kids and students in the classroom. Okay. So let's see. I'm sorry. Hold on. And Nevada's low score, this is what, her name is Carol Burr. She's the executive director of the nonprofit called Network for Public Education.
Okay.
Where it lost most points was a very lax charter school laws. The fact that it does have a voucher program. Then on funding, the teacher salaries. Basically, they're saying Nevada barely pays their teachers. Like, how do you even have teachers nowadays? Because they don't even pay them. Now, the one thing that they did score positively in is protection for students in the classroom. So that's very interesting, especially because Nevada has like really weird gun laws, regardless of the mass shootings that happens.
Girl.
Okay.
Girl.
They have really, really they have some weird gun laws. However, they are talking about some of the changes that came from last year's legislative session. They passed a historic and unprecedented 25% increase in the public education budget, and that also provides teachers with substantial pay raises. And apparently the governor proposed additional funding for voucher programs. So they got rid of that in order to help pay their teachers. So
okay. Is there not a program? Because here's what I'm thinking, all right? Just spitballing, right?
Yeah.
All these people come to Vegas, spend hella money, right? Is there not a program where they're taking maybe 10% of that money that comes into the gambling and putting it towards education? It could be like... Probably
in Las Vegas. You got to think about that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe in the city of Las Vegas.
You're right.
Because I ain't gonna front. I've met people from Las Vegas, and it blows my mind. Because like when you think of Vegas, you're just thinking like
the Strip,
Hangover. You know what I'm saying? But there's a whole city outside of those couple blocks.
I heard they have like a really bad squatters' rights issue over there.
I believe it. I can believe that.
A lot of empty homes.
I can believe that. I can believe that.
Before empty homes were like the new thing.
You know what?
I'm sorry. Continue.
You okay?
Continue your thing.
So I don't know. I mean, I do think that that's something interesting to maybe look into. But I wonder about the gambling in Vegas. Maybe not, because maybe that's like promoting gambling for young people. I don't know. But I mean, they grew up in freaking Las Vegas.
But I mean, think about it. When we were in school, we would get like grants from the NC lottery. You ever got like when you were in school and you would get like the student aid and you would get like a refund check? Like some of that money would come from the NC lottery, like a percentage of the
in college.
Yes, in college when we were at A&T.
Oh yeah.
I got maybe like for 2 or 3 years I got money. I mean, it was like $2,000.
I only got like 2 refund checks the whole time I was there.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Y'all know I got a refund check almost every time. But I was like I was old at the time. I was off of my mom's insurance, and she couldn't co-sign or anything for me. So I was like my own, I've been adulting for a long time.
Go ahead, girl.
I've been adulting for a long time.
No, that's great.
Yeah, but you would get so NC lottery, I think there's a percentage, I don't know what the percentage is, but a percent of that money from gambling goes to the Board of Education, to school funding.
I wonder if New York does that.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if now I didn't really, I always think of Las Vegas and only think of that's the only city in Nevada.
Yeah, facts.
And that's my fault. But like, there has to be a way to combat that because it's the NC lottery. It's not the Charlotte lottery.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. That's something they should think about if they don't do that.
Very interesting.
If you live in Nevada and let us know the tea.
For real.
What is that? What's that about?
And what do y'all do out there outside of Vegas?
It's hot.
Like what is there to do besides the Grand Canyon and Vegas? Like if you go to like Carson City, Nevada, which is the capital.
Maybe just like chill vibes. Bunch of MAGA flags out there.
Damn.
Probably. When you're in the desert like that, you never know what you're going to find.
Yeah, I don't like it. Well, okay, so the next state is New Hampshire, and New Hampshire got a lot going on. I was telling sis, they're kind of all over the place. It's like positive, negative, kind of in the middle.
Is New Hampshire a blue state?
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? Hold on.
Because the way them laws that you were describing before we started recording, it was not giving blue.
Well, New Hampshire is a battleground state too, so.
Oh, it is.
New Hampshire's a battleground state.
It is.
So one thing that they do have going on is child marriage. It's actually on the governor's desk.
That's crazy.
Okay, and it's actually sponsored by a Democrat, Senator Deborah Altschiller. So apparently this is raising the minimum age of marriage to 18. So hold on. So actually New Hampshire may be doing,
is that a sigh of relief moment? I wouldn't call it
I don't know. So this will be the second time the age of marriage has been raised in the past 6 years. So wait a minute. So then what was the starting age? Time out. Okay. Huh? Okay. So in 2018, their governor, Chris Sununu, because
hell no,
I'm confused. They signed a bill to raise the minimum age of marriage to 16. For over 100 years before that, the law actually allowed 13-year-old girls and 14-year-old boys to get married with parent and court approval.
That's crazy.
If you are a parent that allows your child to get married at 14, we got another situation in our hands, okay?
Sick.
Yeah, so we're going to see. It's supposed to go to the governor's desk, but the reason that they want to raise it is to really combat human trafficking, domestic violence, and then like just kind of like the health outcomes that come with it, and of course different abuses. Young kids suffer I can understand it. You married at 16, you're suffering academically.
Yeah.
Girls who marry before 18 are 50% more likely than their unmarried peers to drop out of high school and 4 times less likely to. You got to deal with laundry and shit at 16 when you should just be focusing on
being a kid.
You know what I'm saying? Like house parties, grinding against,
cheerleading,
basement parties and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Track and field practice.
Yeah, those useful things.
Yeah.
Well,
interesting.
So now, of course, certain Republicans are actually opposing the bill. They're like 16 is where it should be at.
That's some sick shit, man.
Another one, Tony Leaks, he's also a Republican. He said he married at 16 and does not need any outside input.
Okay, but you're not the only person that's affected by the bill, bitch.
And because I'm noticing that this is a thing in numerous states, not just New Hampshire. Child marriage laws are on the why are we talking about this?
Child marriage, also child labor laws are
crazy
popping up in a couple of states as well.
Yes, we've talked about it. Iowa.
Can I say something?
You sure can.
I think so. We have to talk about, if we're talking about like child marriage and child labor laws, we also have to talk about, on the other hand, the decrease in the birth population is decreasing here in America. So they figure we got to get it in some way or another, I think.
Just because I'm married doesn't mean I'm having kids.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like people aren't, like millennials aren't having enough kids, they're saying, and we're not producing enough workers. So thus they're trying to make the kids, the younger that they can get into these positions
sad.
Or married, it helps the economy allegedly.
Really sad.
So yeah.
Really
Good
sad.
luck to y'all who have kids out there right now.
Seriously. I don't like it at all.
I don't like it either.
Well, one thing that New Hampshire is also doing is they're actually passing or legalizing marijuana in the state. And this is all pending on some new things, just new ways that the new governor is. So with the House passed marijuana legalization bill now pending in the New Hampshire Senate, their governor, Chris Sununu, who is a Republican, is repeating his warning that proposal will only win his approval if lawmakers adopt further changes to align the plan with his wishes. That's kind of threatening. The legalization process passed out of the House a month ago and is now before a Senate panel. Late last month, opponents of the current version, including whoever and this other senator, unveiled amendments that would revise major portions of the proposal. Some of those changes, one would increase penalties for public consumption.
Wow.
Making second and subsequent offenses unspecified misdemeanors. Okay, but why are you going to legalize it if I can't do it in public? I don't understand. That would expose people. That would expose people in jail. That would expose people jail time in addition. Okay, Dad. In addition to a criminal record, and outcome critics said undercut the very purpose of legalization. Yeah.
I don't know. That's weird to me.
Very odd.
The fact that you can't, I don't know. People smoke cigarettes in public, and that has way more.
Okay, can we talk about it?
Have a way worse of an effect than marijuana does.
Right.
Because like, I don't want to get started on that.
No, go ahead.
Because it's like, cigarettes like give you lung cancer and like all this other stuff, and it's just not good. It's not good.
I just think that, this is America. So like and I did write something the other day that a lot of people are learning about the, some of the tax benefits that the cannabis business has. So I actually don't think that it's far-fetched for more states to start legalizing marijuana. Because unfortunately, you know how America is. Like, once they've, oh, wait, we can make money off of this?
Yeah.
Okay. My thing is, let our black and brown brother, everybody that's in jail, I don't care what race you are, let them all out of jail.
Yep.
Okay? You can literally get weed on Instagram now. Okay?
Well, you sure can.
So let them out of jail. If you're going to talk about tax breaks and all that stuff like that, let them come out of jail. They can start a business, whatever. All these other dispensaries just popping up around
And expunge that shit off their record.
Expunge it.
Off the record.
Off the record.
Off.
Like,
right now.
They should not be in jail for a dime bag.
Like, that's bizarre.
Seriously.
Legit craziness. Bizarre.
So that's it for New Hampshire. Last but certainly not least is New Jersey. This was kind of interesting, right? Okay. So there was a bunch of like policy bills that Jersey lawmakers were supposed to discuss and pass, but instead they decided to give themselves a raise.
Girl.
Okay. They literally approved their own salary increases, including some for future governors.
Wow.
And they expanded the voting age to include some 17-year-olds.
Some 17-year-olds.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
I don't like it.
I'm not really sure.
I don't fucking like it.
They have big plans to ban smoking in casinos, expand.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, because like.
It's cigarettes.
Yeah, like why are you just sitting here smoking? Ban smoking in casinos, expand on paid family leave, and an overhaul of affordable housing, public records law, and liquor license regulations. All those fell by the wayside because, I'm sorry, did I just get you hyped for no reason?
You did.
Well, instead they decided that can all sit aside because they need to make sure that the governor who's elected in, 2035 has a good pay.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what's wrong with the government because why are they in charge of their own? But I don't like it. I don't like it. It needs to be rewritten. They should not be able to just be like, oh, you know what? I feel like I could use some more cash right now. Surprise, bitch. We all can. We're in a recession.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas is broke. It's inflation.
They're so, like, look at all these.
I hate it.
Look at all these policy changes. So
that they didn't do.
That they did not pass on. Now, this article is a little dated, so it may, they may have been able to kind of come back to it, but it's only maybe 2 months old. So
they ain't did nothing since 2 months ago.
It all depends on the legislative session.
They in there shooting their money with the money gun.
Okay.
They ain't doing none of this. They not taking care of none of this stuff.
Oh my God, my nephew asked at the wedding, could he bring his money gun?
The kids love that thing.
And I'm like, you know what? You sure can.
Yeah.
Why not? Like a ban on book bans with censorship on the rise. Some Democrats introduced a proposal that would basically ban book bans. But they wanted to give themselves raises. So
this just pisses me off.
Yeah.
The government needs to be regulated.
Social media of age verification. They have a lot going on in Jersey, but they gave, here we go.
Oh, what did happen?
They gave pay raises for officials. Despite objections from Republicans, the legislature passed a Democratic-sponsored measure that would hike members' pay 67%.
What?
From $49,000. Wow, that's all they're making? To $82,000 starting in 2026. Okay, wait, we may have to give Jersey a break. This was the first time that they did raises in 24 years. Okay, maybe.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna give them a break. You know why?
Maybe it's not.
You know why? No, I'm not giving them a break. You know why? Because they could have done that and more.
They could have.
They could have put all of that in one bill. Hey guys, we're gonna make $86,000, but also we're gonna ban book bans. Also, we're gonna make sure to pay family leave. They could have put all that together.
But I guess they wanted to make sure that they got paid so they can. Because think about you not getting.
They're not getting $80,000 till 2 years from now. Some of them might die before they get to the $80,000. Now look, you haven't done anything.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Well, the pay for future governors is going up 20% from $175K to $210K.
To be fair, I would need way more money to be any type of government official in New Jersey.
Yeah, because I'm like, Jersey officials only making under $50,000 a year?
It's giving cop.
Good God. Well, they did do, let's see, what else did they do? Underage drinking penalty. So they did impose a $50 fine on minors caught by police with alcohol. Okay, that's fine.
Fine.
Cannabis ethics change.
What's that mean?
They would potentially help the vice chair of New Jersey State Democratic Committee to stay within the cannabis industry.
That's not a priority.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know. And they did expand on school lunches. Now, the 17-year-old voting, they expanded its voting age to allow some 17-year-olds to vote in primary elections starting in 2026. It will permit registered voters in the state who turn 18 by the general election. Oh.
That's why I couldn't vote for Al Gore because I wasn't 18 yet. I was 17. I couldn't vote yet.
So you're the reason that Bush was in office?
No, I couldn't vote yet.
Dang. It's your fault.
It's not. It's not.
They did they did some, okay, wow. They got a lot, okay, so all right. They're canceling gym fees online. Now that's good.
That's important.
That's good. But yeah, so Jersey,
Sherelle want to be nice to y'all. I'm not impressed.
Yeah. I'm not impressed that y'all aren't making no money.
That sucks for y'all. I mean,
that really, I'm like, damn.
To be fair. But I feel like the thing that they didn't handle could have been handled.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. Because
but I'm assuming that there are people in there who are fighting them on that. So that's probably why it didn't get passed.
Because now y'all got y'all raised, but y'all not going to get.
Until 2 years.
If y'all are reelected.
And if you're still alive.
Damn. Yeah, because, Bernie Sanders is running again at 82. So apparently never mind. I'm not even going to get on that.
Listen.
I'm not even going to get on it.
Listen.
I'm not even going to get on
that. May the
that.
odds ever be in your favor.
Because I just don't understand.
Listen.
Well, that's it for Bussin' Ballots.
Woo.
Okay. I know that was a lot, but that was important. So you know what to do.
Yes.
Take your ass to ballotpedia.org and look up some of these bills that we're talking about. Look at some of the sponsors of these bills and just kind of let us know. Do you agree with them? Are you against them? What's the tea? But go to ballotpedia.org and then come back to headwrapsandlipsticks.com and leave us a 5-star review and let us know what you think about Bussin' Ballots and these states and all their rules and regulations.
And y'all can comment on the YouTube video. You can comment on SoundCloud if that's what you use.
Yeah.
Y'all can tweet at us too. Listen, we talk, you talk back.
Yeah, we do talk back.
Because y'all definitely let us know that y'all was mad that we was off last week.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, y'all jumped in the DMs like crazy. And I'm like, wow,
really
not the DMs being active when we not around.
I'm really sorry.
I wonder if y'all did that for the reviews.
Oh, you know what? All right. We're gonna move on to political hot topics. Not a lot. I'm pretty sure you guys have been seeing what's going on across college campuses around the country. Columbia University specifically
tearing shit up,
been under fire for several weeks now, to the point where their upcoming graduation ceremony has been canceled because of the unjust and unruly protest that's been going on. So let's see, Columbia, USC, Georgia State University.
Wow.
Has really been turning up a little bit. Right here in Charlotte at UNCC, right before we started recording, I was just kind of scrolling on Twitter real quick, and they were doing a pro-Palestinian protest somewhere in the UNCC area, and one student, while they were protesting, got an email saying that they were suspended.
Damn.
So President Biden, I'm talking about Joe like I know him on a personal basis. President Biden, was this 2 weeks ago, he did make an unannounced announcement to media and to the world that he is very much pro-protesting, but non-violent protesting. But I feel like we already knew that. You know what I'm saying? He's been pretty open and candid about how he feels about protesting.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are, I don't know what y'all really thought he was gonna get up there and be like, yeah, tear shit up, y'all. I don't care.
Well, he can't say that.
Yeah. What y'all thought he was gonna say?
I mean, the Columbia students haven't really been violent. I mean, they're acting back because they pulling out tanks and shit on the kids and all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can only be so non-violent until you start whooping on me. Now I have to fight back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I thought it was interesting though. Especially in New York, NYPD is controversial as it is.
Yes.
Mayor Adams, Eric Adams.
Oh, I'm not even from New York. That man gets on my nerves.
Listen, that's my grandma's man, so she gonna be mad at you. She don't.
I'm sorry, girl, but he sucks.
Yeah, she is. I'm like, Grandma, he's the New York City mayor. You on Long Island, like you have nothing to do with
also, he's a coon, girl.
Yikes.
I'm getting.
Well, we all know that Eric Adams is a former police officer, so he's very much pro-blue, and he hasn't hidden it at all. So when all these protests were happening, and this was like maybe last week when things took a little bit of a turn, there was some SWAT officials that came and tore up Hamilton Hall, which is on the campus of Columbia University, when students started barricading themselves in the hall.
Yes.
Now, allegedly, they're saying that not all of those protesters were students, and they're pretty much saying that outsiders were
making their way in
and really just kind of like persuading some of the students to join them and things like that. Like, a lot of them students have not been identified. The only one that was identified, unfortunately, was Representative Ilhan Omar. Her daughter was actually apprehended in one of those because they also are camping out on some of those, and she was one of those who were arrested that day.
Oh, she got it honest.
Yeah.
Good for her.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, not good for her being arrested, but like.
Yeah, no, her mom's a fighter, and
Yeah.
I mean, now I will say that I thought it was a little coincidental that all happened like 2 days after the president of Columbia University was testifying in front of Congress, including Representative Omar. I mean, the clip was there. She was grilling the presidents, and then 3 days later, her daughter's arrested. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they definitely was trying to identify her. They was looking for her. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'm really wondering. So, Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire, even though there's a little bit of contingencies there with Israeli officials, and they gotta talk to Egypt and a bunch of stuff that's going on. So I'm really wondering how this is gonna play out. Because first of all, it's not saying that it's an indefinite ceasefire. It may be a temporary ceasefire in hopes of getting some of those hostages that are still over there released. But I'm just wondering what that is gonna how is that gonna coincide with some of the protests that are happening here in America?
First of all, I don't see Israel agreeing to a ceasefire.
Damn.
Only because everything that they have done up until now has been very strategic, starting from North Gaza and constantly telling people to just keep going down, and bombing everything. Yeah. Which is obviously a ploy to destroy their homes so that Israel can take over those places. Right. They don't have that way. Those people can't go back to their homes. Yada yada yada. Yeah. So now everybody is all basically at the end in Rafah. And I don't trust it. I don't trust Israel to do. I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. Because if it does, and I know that Israel got some ties with people that they would have to answer to as well. So I don't know. I think a war is going to happen.
Or continue.
Or continue.
Yeah. All I know is that, our college students, I just kind of want y'all to stay safe. Because at the end of the day, law enforcement, they do not care that you guys are college students. Now I will say being suspended for using your First Amendment rights,
girl,
is absolutely unacceptable in my opinion. You're not doing anything. You're not hurting anyone. And it is your birthright to have your freedom of speech. So I really want to know how colleges are allowed to do that. I really want to know how you're just going to suspend someone. First of all, college is the school year is pretty much over. Yeah. It's the second week in May. So why are you suspending someone? So I don't know. I'm very, very curious. And if anybody, wants to put in the comments below, if they have some type of inside information, if you know any, college officials that would be willing to kind of say how they're allowing that to happen, I'm curious. Right. Because I just don't think that's right. I'm sorry.
I will say also, though, if you are a student and you plan to continue to go out and to protest, now's a good time to invest in a Pooh Shiesty mask. Invest in a Pooh Shiesty mask. Cover up anything that is identifiable on you. do not take your cell phone with you to the protest. I know that's going to be hard.
Yeah.
Because you want to get all the content or whatever.
Yeah.
Either you find a burner phone, record content that way. But anything that could the only thing you need to have on you is your ID and some cash.
But you know where the hypocrisy comes, like when it comes to law enforcement, because I was seeing in New York, they're little, because a lot of them have on, you know, like COVID masks and things like that. And people, they're like the police officer. There was one girl in particular, an Asian woman. She had on a COVID mask. They took it down.
I saw that. It was forcing the had
the scarf on. She took it off, and I was just like, wow. I wish they would have been able to do this, you know, during the White Lives Matter protests.
Ooh.
They could have did this during the January 6th protests. Could have took all those masks off. You feel me? Because I'm just kind of like, what is? Why is it?
Because it's
one
violent.
or the other.
It's violent, and it's a way to get you to conform and be quiet. And if you were going to protest, you need to make sure that you know ways to protect yourselves. Go on Twitter. Twitter is an excellent source where people are like telling you how to protect yourselves. And TikTok, obviously, of how to protect yourself when you're out there. But if you are identifiable, like via tattoos or whatever, cover all that.
Cover it up.
Get you a white woman wig.
Seriously.
Put on your Pooh Shiesty mask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go out in whiteface.
Yeah. I just thought that, like, I was seeing that, and I immediately kind of I was seeing, you know, just imagery in my head of, like, you know, some of the, like, what was, the Jews will not replace us. When
they didn't have masks on, though. They was out. They was barefacing it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They were barefacing it.
Because they were like, oh, this is not going to matter. Yeah. Now half of y'all lost your jobs.
Love that for them.
Goofs. Anyways, speaking of goofs, we're going to move on to Washington State. Sis had a very interesting video. Rachel Maddow was talking about what's going on with democracy in the state of Washington.
Oh my God.
And yeah.
All righty. Here we go.
They decided that as the Washington State Republican Party, they would this year take a stand against democracy. And I do not mean this as a metaphor. I am not performing political analysis. I am literally describing what they literally did.
We do not want to be a democracy. Originally, congressmen were elected by a direct democracy, senators were elected by their state legislatures, and presidents are elected by the Electoral College. We are devolving into a democracy because now congressmen and senators are elected by the same pool, a direct democracy. And with the national popular vote coming, we're going to be electing our president by a direct democracy too. Bad idea.
Bad idea. We are devolving into a democracy. We do not want to be a democracy. Okay. As Danny Westneat at the Seattle Times reported, delegates of the Washington State Republican Convention then stood up one by one to argue that the U.S. should repeal the 17th Amendment, which allows us to vote for our United States senators. After that resolution passed, they went bigger. They voted to put this language into their platform. Quote, we encourage Republicans to substitute the words republic and republicanism, where previously they have used the word democracy. Every time the word democracy is used favorably, it serves to promote the principles of the Democratic Party, the principles of which we ardently oppose. Quote, we oppose legislation which makes our nation more democratic in nature. We oppose legislation which makes our nation more democratic in nature. So say Washington State Republicans, officially in writing in their party platform. What's going on here?
So, for those who don't understand, basically, that lady was saying how we use the word, this is a democracy. We're democratizing it. She's saying that we're devolving into a democracy, which really we're devolving out, okay? By having a lot of our rights backtracked and removed and reviewed, okay? But she's saying that because we use the word Democrat, like in all of its like other forms, democracy, democratic, that we're devolving into democracy, which is opposing our nation. And they want for Republicans to start saying republicanism. Who the fuck? I'm not saying that. I'm not fucking saying that. I'm not fucking saying it.
Like what?
And I haven't been on a rant in a while because we haven't been. I
Go off, sis.
What the fuck are we doing? What's going on?
I don't know.
Y'all are on your asses playing around, finger popping each other's assholes, not voting. And I don't know. I don't know what to say. Y'all are bullshitting, blowing smoke up each other's asses, not voting. Y'all on here, and I'm gonna do this because I can say this because I talk about this shit. You niggas are online talking about Drake and Kendrick right now and haven't looked at anything that is going on in your state specifically. You don't even know what's going on in your county.
Oh my gosh.
But you on genius.com to learn them lyrics, ain't you?
Oh my gosh.
Yes. This is what I'm saying. Like, that white lady's like, we don't want to devolve into democracy. They're trying to take your rights away from you, and y'all are online with some bullshit. This is DEFCON 1. It's life or death, my nigga, right now. What happens in this election changes everything. And I just, for the life of me, cannot get around this shit. Like, I'm losing my marbles. I'm trying to stay calm about this shit, but I am worried, sis.
No, you know what? And it's crazy because it's like, there's only so many books we can read. There's only so many rap beefs that we can look into. There's only so many Met Galas. There's only so many TV shows we can binge to just kind of drown out what's going on, what really is going on around us. Like, none of that shit that I just mentioned affects us in any type of way. At the end of the day, Drake's gonna continue to get money. Kendrick's gonna continue to get money. The Met Gala is gonna continue. The shows are gonna continue. The strike's over. So, but meanwhile, these people who are in office, and all you have to do is vote and educate yourself. I get so mad when I hear people and see people, even people that I know personally, that are like, yeah, I'm not voting. Like, that shit is ridiculous. For what? It's not gonna change anything. And I'm like,
and then want to be the same ones to talk about politics with you. Don't say nothing to me. Don't say nothing to me.
you can't say that and then at the end of the day send me a Dr. Umar interview. Like, are you fucking serious?
Listen.
Are you kidding me?
I can't do this. Like, I can't do it, sis. Like, I literally can't do it. Like, I don't think, and then like coming in conversation with people who are like very adamant and not voting.
Listen, I wrote an article the other day about, that's right, I'm about to talk to y'all black men. I wrote an article the other day about how black men are slowly but surely drifting away from Joe Biden and issuing support of Donald Trump. Now.
Didn't we talk about this?
Correct. Now, granted, are we tired of this rematch? Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're over it, okay? We got a criminal and an 82-year-old man running for office of the President of the United States of America. We get it. However, if we're gonna pick the lesser of two evils here, do not miss me with that. Oh, Donald Trump gave us some money.
Yo, that take is shitty.
And the fact that, and this is from CBS. This is where I got my. That was my source. CBS News. The fact that the Republican Party is openly and willing to admit that they are going to get the black vote. They know what the hell they're doing. They're reaching out to some of these sudden, new black conservative groups and networks that are formulating all across the country. And they're taking that information, they're taking it back to some of these conservative black lawmakers, Tim Scott, Wesley Hunt, John James. And you know what they're doing? They're forming shows on the internet to mimic barbershops to create a safe space for black men to talk about their conservative viewpoints. And then y'all are gonna go to the polls and vote for these same black men that their skin looks like this, but they have they're not in touch with what's going on, what really matters to you. If just a regular black man on the street was to walk up to Tim Scott, I'm going to use him as an example, was going to walk up to Tim Scott and talk about some of the disparities that he's facing versus what Tim Scott is facing, I bet you it would be like, it would be, Two different worlds. But because Donald Trump gave y'all a check, look at what they're doing. Oh, he put out sneakers. So yeah, they're going to vote for us because they like sneakers. They see, oh, they like podcasts. They like LeBron's The Shop. So we're going to go ahead and put something together to talk about the issues that we're facing, which you're not facing any. You better get it together.
These conservative black politicians are selling you down the river. And like y'all are legit doing, look at what that money will make a bitch do. Ain't that what the saying is?
But and my thing is because I was talking to my dad about this the other day, because my dad is like, I really can't take any black man that wants to vote for Donald Trump seriously. Like he was like, are you serious? No,
Period.
I can't wrap my, basically he was saying I can't wrap my head around it. That was like, I'll say you got a little check 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. You probably spent that and then some.
Since then. Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not understanding. And then you got some of our black elite, like Stephen A. Smith, who gets on Fox News and says that he can relate to what Donald Trump can relate to what the black experience because he's on trial for being a criminal. Is Stephen A. Smith a criminal? I'm not a criminal. Sierra's not a criminal.
Sure, I can't relate to that shit.
I cannot relate to being hit with 41 counts of rape,
sexual assault.
So what are you saying? Y'all better get it together. Like Washington State, maybe we need to do Washington next. I don't know, but
oh my God,
shit is crazy.
That video was crazy.
That is wild.
It's wild.
I don't understand it.
And they one by one stood up and was like, "Yeah, we agree that we should not be using the word democracy."
God.
But OVO, you know.
Speaking of OVO.
Are we at that point?
We are at that point. Point. But I just want to preface by saying we got the important shit out because we're educating ourselves.
Yes, for sure.
Every single day. Mm-hmm. But we also are educating ourselves about the Drake and.
Oh, for sure.
But to the point, when I say even CBS was talking about this beef, I saw an article from CBS, the New York Times. It's not a game, okay?
There have been white scholars dissecting this shit on the internet.
I'm gonna save that one. So if you have been living under earth, literally, okay. You know what? I got the timeline. I actually saved the timeline.
You have the timeline?
I do. I saw some. I think it's. I actually enjoy complexes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was something else. I was like, come on now, please. Hold on, let me get the timeline.
Okay.
How this all started. Okay, here we go.
All right.
So literally, just in case you missed it, on March 22nd, Kendrick Lamar dropped Like That. Then J. Cole, and that was a diss to Drake and J. Cole.
And that's that's the Future and Metro Boomin song.
Correct. Yeah, they trash for not saying.
Yeah.
Then J. Cole dropped 7 Minute Drill on the 5th, right before Dreamville Fest. Then he got to Dreamville Fest and apologized for 7 Minute Drill. Then 5 days later, he actually deleted 7 Minute Drill. Okay, and we ain't heard from J. Cole since. All right. Then on the 19th of April, Drake dropped Push Ups. I don't remember that one.
It wasn't worth remembering.
It was. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get into this beef until April 30th. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna go back. The 19th, Drake dropped a tailor-made freestyle. I heard a little bit of that. Then Kendrick dropped Euphoria on the 30th. Then on May 3rd, he also dropped 616 in LA. That's when I tuned in. I was like, who pissed this man off? Then Drake dropped Family Matters. And then he dropped some type of parody.
I must have missed that. I don't follow Drake on Instagram.
I follow him on. Oh, maybe I don't. I don't remember. Maybe I don't anymore. Oh, I know, because he posted that video of him sweating, wringing out his sweat, and I lost it, and I couldn't do it anymore. I unfollowed him. It was disgusting. And then Kendrick Lamar literally sent a missile over to Toronto with Meet the Grams.
And then he released another song the day.
69 God, yeah, that one. What's it called?
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us.
Yes.
That was also released on
I think
the 4th, correct?
Yes.
That's Saturday. And now here we are. And now on May 7th, a security guard was shot
At Drake's house.
outside of Drake's shop, outside of Drake's house.
People are thinking it's saying it's a setup because, you know.
Well, his store was also vandalized as well.
He has a store.
The OVO store, yeah. And yeah, he was also vandalized.
I mean, listen.
All right. I'm gonna just say it.
Go ahead, say it.
All right.
Get it out.
Yeah, Kendrick. First of all, Kendrick's a Gemini. Okay, that's number one.
Love him.
All right.
Love him.
Kendrick. I don't really know what I need to say.
Well, just say it.
Yeah, Kendrick. I don't know what Drake did to him. This is what I'm saying. This is what I really want to say.
That's really where I'm at.
What did Drake do to this man for him to annihilate him the way he did with 616 in LA?
Right.
I literally was sitting on the couch like,
Have you heard Meet the Grams?
yeah,
That one's really kind of insidious.
that was nasty.
Yeah. I know, like, before like that, I know Cole and Drake did the first person shooter song. And I guess niggas was feeling the type of way. But I think the like that verse really triggered all of that. Honestly.
I actually think this goes back way past that. Because
Really?
Meet the Grams, he
Girl.
literally told Drake that he wants him to die.
Yeah.
Like, first of all,
That's crazy.
okay,
That's crazy.
you know this is
No, he said you should die. That's what he said. I
meaning
think.
he's hoping that he does. I was like, wow, Kendrick, that was a little harsh.
That record, I've only listened to it once, and I'm like, I don't need to listen to
Yeah,
that.
no,
Yeah, no. That one's not on with spin, repeat. for me.
absolutely not. It's
No.
like watching what's that documentary? The Central Park 5 documentary.
Yeah.
Like, you only need to see it once.
And that's
I
it.
I got it.
Got it.
So good.
It's crystal clear.
But we got it.
Crystal clear.
And yeah, I don't know what Drake did to everybody, but I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so if you guys do not know, one of these diss tracks, Kendrick pretty much said that Drake got an 11-year-old daughter somewhere, and that he is a pedophile. He actually said it like 3 times that Drake likes little girls.
It's the Meet the Grams one, I believe.
That's right. He
Yes.
said it like 3-4 times that like this man likes little girls. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna touch on that because, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe Kendrick knows some stuff that we don't know. I mean, I think we've seen certain things from Drake where like, why are you friends with so-and-so?
Right. Why are you texting them?
You know, we saw like that he had followed Tyla, who's only like 21.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
You know, I mean, she's also very, very gorgeous. So, you know, but she looks like she's 12.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not on Drake's side at all. Like, first of all, let me preface it by saying I've never been a Kendrick hater ever. I love Kendrick. I have no problem with him. Okay, my favorite rapper decided to go home. And remember a couple weeks ago when this first got started and J. Cole apologized, I said, why do I feel like Schoolboy Q got in his ear and was kind of like, hey, dude, we're cool.
Yeah.
We don't want no smoke with Dreamville, but I kind of need you to move out the way because shit's about to get serious.
There was there was a clip of Schoolboy Q on Drink Champ saying that like Kendrick like have diss records on ice waiting for niggas. So
I mean, I've always wondered what Kendrick does since he only puts out an album every 5 years.
Whoa. Let's
No, I'm just saying, like,
Whoa,
I know
whoa,
he has to, like, you got to have some shit because you just, every 5 years you pop out, you annihilate niggas, and then you go home. So, like, I know you got to have some shit on ice. And the way that he has been abusing YouTube the last couple of days,
I love it.
like, that nigga was literally like, and go.
Yes, it's been so from a Kendrick fan side, and as someone who is a Drake hater, you all know this. You've been watching the podcast for a while. Yeah. I've been enjoying every second of this beat. I'm highly invested. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is my personality now. Drake, yes, he's a freaky ass nigga who's a 69 god. Yes, yes. I'm highly invested in this. Is life. This is hip hop, nigga. What's that nigga who be yelling? This is bars, nigga. This is hip hop. This is what we want to see. This is what the girls want. I'm having a great time. I'm having the time. This feels like a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster I don't want to get off. I'm having the time of my life. Do you hear me? I'm loving every moment of it.
I am in the corner with Drake over here just watching this, like literally. I am in the corner with J. Cole eating popcorn, and because I'm just over here like,
I'm loving
what is going on?
I just think it's fantastic. I think it's fantastic because I feel like, I don't know Drake, okay? I don't know this man. But he gives me like, not bully vibes, but like very sneaky, like.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I feel like this was a culture shift. I mean, you know, he brought up how like, we don't want to hear you say nigga no more. And I'm like, you know what, Kendrick? I don't want to hear him say nigga no more. You're right. You're right. Yeah. I don't know. I just been really enjoying it.
Don't Kendrick got songs with rapists? Like, why we got Kodak Black on here?
Like I said, two things can be true at once.
Because I said I was kind of like, I mean, that was literally the only thing. I was like, maybe stop doing things with rapists. You know?
Listen, two things can be true at once.
Yeah.
But listen, I thought it was a healthy beef until what's the name's house got shot up or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's like a Kendrick thing. I think that's like, you know how sometimes when people are like so enthralled and intertwined with something that's going on, they get kind of like, they start wilding out. That's what I feel like it is happening, you know?
Yeah. I actually feel like, oh my gosh, this shit is crazy. I will say this though. I will say this about Drake. And this is what I was saying earlier. Like, all y'all some fake ass people. I will say this. Because let's not act like y'all haven't been on Drake.
Y'all have.
We've been on Drake forever. Okay? So now all of a sudden everybody hates Drake. And I'm kind of like, okay, calm down. Let's settle down. That's really my only thing. I'm like, all right. Yeah. I hear what y'all are saying, but like, let's not act like you don't have every single Drake song in his discography. I was gonna say including myself, but those last two albums, not a fan. I wasn't a fan. But prior to mixtape Drake, all that shit, don't act like I'm gonna say like, you know, well, he kind of been trash. Calm down.
Yeah, some of y'all are lying.
Calm down.
Yeah, some of y'all are lying.
Calm down. Okay, because if he put, you know, what. I don't know how he's going to come back from this. I'm going to be honest.
I don't think he should. I think he should shut up.
I think he might need to go away for quite some time.
Yeah, just chill out.
I don't know if he'll be able to come back from this. I really don't. Like, but if that's the case, I need Kendrick, like, all right, put out some more music.
I mean, this has been very exciting as a Kendrick fan. Like, oh my God, like, you know, just hearing him on the beat and like hearing like how the triple and double entendres that he's put in his records, like he is, if you are an intellect, you really, really like Kendrick. Like, there's no getting past it. Like, he is very much a wizard with his words. He's brilliant. And that is so exciting to me. I think that's why I've been, like, so excited about the beef is because, like, not only is it, like, oh, these shots are crazy, but also it's like, oh, this one bar could also mean something else in another way. And that's been really exciting. Like, in a sense, for like the beef as well.
And his whole team is like that. I mean, if you listen to Schoolboy Q, if you listen to, you know, Ab-Soul, like if you listen to all of them, you already, I mean, even SZA, you know, when she was on TDE, like, you know, she had certain bars and certain things that she would say, you'd be like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I just don't want this shit to get violent.
Yeah, no. No.
But I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I hope that this dies down. Like, please, Kendrick, don't drop it. Or we got it. You made your point. Like, please. No. Next shit you drop, let it be a better album than Mr. Morale. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I agree with
that.
that.
So you had all this shit, and that's what you gave us?
Well, that's because Drake was begging for him to respond after Drake did the thing. So I mean, now he got 3 responses.
But you could have put those out a long time ago. You gave us that shit.
But listen, you know how great it is that like
we didn't need none
Kendrick
of that.
is so great that it's like all 3 of those songs are charting right now. Like 1, 2, and 3.
That's crazy.
Pulitzer.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't want it to get. I don't want it to get violent.
Yeah, no.
So let's just. But you know what? I don't know. When it comes to Drake, you know, Drake has had different beefs in the past. Like, he's even had Drake beef with Chris Brown at a time.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? When
Yes.
they did that one song and they couldn't be on set together.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he's had beef with numerous people, but I've never seen him like pop off. I don't think Kendrick would like pop off in that way. I think he would keep it in the studio. I do think that there's others that might pop
Oh,
off.
for him, absolutely.
And on his behalf, for
Yes,
sure.
He's not getting his hands dirty. No.
Yeah. Now with Drake, I mean, I don't know how they roll in Toronto. I don't really.
I have no idea either.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and even like Kendrick, like he was starting beef with Atlanta niggas. Like I was like,
Well, he wasn't starting beef with them. He was just pointing out like.
it sounded like he was starting beef.
No, it didn't sound like beef to me.
I will say this. I feel like if one of them heard it when they was like kind of lit, I feel like they would take it the wrong way.
Sure.
That's how I feel like. It'd be
But
like,
I mean, he was basically saying like, you know, Drake is coming to Atlanta to steal y'all culture and say it's his.
but don't he live in Atlanta?
No, I think he lives.
Kendrick?
No, Kendrick. I thought Kendrick lives in New York.
I just feel bad for Big Sean and all this because all Big Sean wanted to do was like put out music, release his book, you know what I'm saying? And maybe this is the reason why Big Sean was like focused on mental health and stuff because maybe he just kind of knew that shit is getting dangerous.
Were the
like,
people asking for a new Big Sean album?
I wasn't opposed to hearing Big Sean music.
Whoa there.
Whoa. Oh God. But you know, I'm more so just kind of like Big Sean the way he looks physically. I think he's a very, very attractive man. You don't think so?
No, he's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
I like Fit Sean when he started, you know, doing the muscles and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I'm gonna stay in the corner. I'm gonna stay on the bike with J. Cole, and we just gonna mind our business. Team Dreamville over here, and that's just where we at.
I'm staying in Compton,
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in Raleigh. That's where I'm at.
West Coast.
Or at Fayetteville, Vietnam, whatever.
Oh,
That's where I'm staying. That's where I'm staying.
girl, I don't have time for you.
That's where I'm staying.
I don't have time for you.
I'm just saying. What else we got? Hold on.
Is that it?
Well, we got a few things that we could run through real quick.
Okay.
Confessions of a Video Vixen
Oh yeah.
is turning 20.
It's turning 20. Yes. What's her name? Corinne Steffen. Has teased a special 20th anniversary edition of Confessions of a Video Vixen, and it's supposed to be coming with like some new pictures and some new stories or unheard stories from. Now, are these like newer stories or like?
So that's my thing. That's my thing.
Listen, she gotta make her money too.
I don't want to hear about you in
That book was
Rockefeller Records 20 years ago. I don't care.
salacious.
I never read it.
I did.
I just heard of some of the stories. Mm-hmm. You know, I know Shaq. I know Jay-Z.
I forget. It's been
Bill Maher. She said that Bill
Maher,
Maher was like one of the greatest she's ever had in her life.
which is crazy.
But they were the thing. They were a thing for a while. They were actually like together, and I was like,
Bill Maher gives me Trick vibes, so that tracks.
huh.
Does he not?
I don't pay him that much attention because he be all over the place. He be, you know, one minute he's here, when he's there, then he's an atheist, so I don't really bang
He
with
be going through a lot. You are correct.
I don't know if I can bang with you if you don't believe in
He
God.
be going through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Real Time with Bill Maher is actually a decent show. I
haven't watched it in years.
I've watched a few episodes and it's actually, you know, it's cool. But like, you know, cool, great, 20 years.
Good for her.
And yeah,
Cool.
sure.
Yep.
Next, Marlon Wayans. He said that he never got married because he didn't want his mom to feel second.
Is his mom still with us?
I think his mom passed away. Yeah, she did. She passed away in 2020 at
Oh.
82.
Oh.
Just 3 years before his father passed away at 86.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, he said, hold on, I'm going to see exactly where he said this at. So I think it's, he has a new stand-up coming out on Prime, and he was speaking to the New York Times about why he never married. And he said, my mother's death broke me. It shattered me into a million pieces because that was my girl. Now, Marlon Wayans is 51 years old now. I never got married because I never wanted my mother to be jealous of a woman. I never wanted my mother to feel second to any woman.
I wonder if they had the tightest relationship out of all the kids they had.
He said, so whoever wrote the story
Yeah.
asked whether he knew that was the reason. And he said, absolutely. He said, that was one of 5 reasons. And mom was very needy. I told my mother on her deathbed, I never got married because I always wanted to make you my number one girl. Those were my last words. I said, take that to heaven with you.
Oh.
This is not the first time he said this. He actually told Essence Magazine the same in 2021.
Oh, wow.
I never got married because I knew my mom needed me. Women sometimes want to battle for your attention. They want to battle for your love. They want to be the one. Me and my mama share the same birthday. I'm not trying to hear you.
Oh. I don't really know what to say to this.
I mean,
I don't know what to say, sis. I'm also kind of drunk, so.
you,
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. But like,
I get it, but I don't get it.
same.
It's like,
You have 2 sons. I mean, you have no problem having relations with women to give your mom grandchildren. So I'm just like trying to figure out why if you.
yep.
I mean, I know he said it one of 5 reasons, but like,
I want to know what the other 4 are.
I really want to know, like,
So is he going to get married now all late in? Ugh.
right, at 51.
Who the hell want to deal with that shit?
You know what? Marlon Wayans kind of fine, and
Yeah, but I mean,
you don't want to be stepmama
absolutely not.
to 2, I would think, kind of grown kids at 51.
Yeah.
You're talking teenagers. Oh, God, hell no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess 2 more things. I don't know what was going on in Charlotte, but last week there was a massive shootout that resulted in lost lives of 4
Oh my God.
law officers, and wow. Apparently they were serving somebody with an arrest warrant.
Yep.
And that didn't go over so well, and now all 4 of them, 4 families are without their loved one over some bullshit. So, okay.
I didn't know we moved to the West Coast.
So now, we have talked about numerous police shootings and things like that.
Yeah.
Talked about it on the show. Now, I think pretty much liberal when it comes to that type of stuff. But I think the main thing that Sierra and I that we agree on is like right is right and wrong is wrong.
For sure.
Regardless of who is on, the one in front of the gun list forever. Anyway, okay, that's a real ass line.
It is.
When I heard about the shooting, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's really messed up because all of them had children, all of them have families, and just kind of like, just to serve an arrest warrant. So basically, you was guilty and now that person is dead.
Yeah. Yo, I would be so hot. I would be pissed about that.
I guess just rest in peace to those officers. 'Cause it's like, damn.
Just to serve an arrest warrant.
All you're doing was serving an
and
arrest
all
warrant.
of a sudden, we in a shootout. That's crazy.
That is wild.
That's crazy.
Now, I do want to know why they wasn't, because some of them were like U.S. Marshals. So I kind of want to know why there wasn't like certain protective gear.
Well,
That
they probably assumed that they didn't need it, I guess.
For an arrest warrant.
You know?
that part.
You're not thinking, hey, I'm going to go to a... You see, look at the houses. I'll put the pictures up. Like, yeah, the houses look crazy.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I'll put the pictures up of what, like, the front of the house looked like, where they was doing this. Like, yes.
How?
They must... I don't know what, but yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That is insanity.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
rest in peace to those officers. And, just kind of hoping that their families find some sort of peace.
Yeah.
I know it's easier said than done, but that's unnecessary. Literally was unnecessary.
Absolutely.
You know what else was unnecessary? Last but certainly not least, math.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah. 2 high school students solved a unsolvable, or what was deemed as unsolvable, math equation.
The Pythagorean theorem,
The
right?
Pythagorean theorem.
I don't even know what the Pythagorean theorem looks like.
Probably not going to.
Let's Google it.
But I know you probably had to. Did you, when you was in Philly, did you guys have Regents exams?
By that age, I was in Maryland.
Did y'all have Regents exams?
But no, that doesn't ring a bell to me.
In New York State, you have to pass a certain Regents exam, and one is in math and one is in English. Wisdom English, not a problem. But the math, and then in New York State,
C
what?
equals the square root of a squared plus b squared. That's the Pythagorean theorem? Wait, what's the formula? Oh, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And they solved it. These 2 black girls solved it.
I just want every math teacher that I've ever had in my life to meet me outside, because for years y'all was telling us that, you know, we need to learn this, you need to solve it. Come to find out, it was never solvable.
Until recently.
Until 2 amazing black girls figured it out.
That's dope.
Run me my time back, all them detentions.
I want to know what they must have been in it, because they're not going to school for math, like they're not math majors or anything like that. Just vibes. Can you imagine getting drunk and being like, hey, let's solve the Pythagorean theorem?
I would be like, get out. Get out. Get out immediately. Don't bring no math shit over here.
Could you imagine just like, yo, sis, we
No.
because we solved the Pythagorean theorem
The what?
tonight?
The what? The what? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I don't want to know what that is. That's the thing. I don't want to know what it is.
Yo, they legit was like, we gonna solve this shit.
You know what? And listen, kudos to y'all, because I just couldn't do it.
Oh God.
Couldn't do it. Not gonna do it. But shout outs to those women.
I love
to those young girls.
Yes, fire.
You know.
Period.
But
Period.
I don't like math. I don't like math. Never have. Never will.
Period.
So I just feel like we should have stopped learning math in, like, I don't know, maybe 8th grade, 9th grade.
I mean, just enough to, like, you know, take care of finances.
Correct. Like, when am I using that? When am I using the Pythagorean
Because
theorem?
whatever those intro classes for at A&T.
Oh, like that. Oh my God, what was that shit with the clicker?
Oh,
I failed it twice.
they were all BS classes.
Like, what? I was like, why did I need to learn that
You
to
didn't.
study journalism?
You didn't. It was BS.
It's nothing to do with anything.
Nothing.
Freaking nuts.
Yeah.
That's that. With
That's
that.
that. None of you
that.
left a review.
Are you sure?
I'm looking right at it. You know, we read that one. Yeah.
Oh, that's right, with JD Vance.
Yeah. Yep.
I can't help y'all.
We was going for a week and none of y'all left nothing.
That's really kind of the
Nasty work.
But you know, some of y'all were giving us like, you know, sending us different things, and we appreciate that.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, but we want the reviews. We want the reviews.
If you haven't left them yet.
Yeah.
Loser. Okay. I'm kidding.
Well.
Am I? No. Please.
Nope.
Please be sure to follow us on all of our social medias. We're on Twitter at Headwrappod. We're on Instagram at Headwraps and Lipsticks. Check out our Facebook page, Headwraps and Lipsticks, the podcast. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale, but not on sale.
Right.
We have a Cashapp.
We do.
$ Headwrappod. If you want to send us money, you should send us money.
Yeah.
Yeah, why
send
not?
us some cash.
Yeah, send some cash.
Where
No
that cash at?
Yeah.
Where that cash at?
And then lastly, we are on a bunch of platforms that neither of you guys seem to visit to leave reviews, but we're there. But those are Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. If you had left a review, we would have read on the air a 5-star review because we don't read anything less. But it doesn't even matter because you didn't do that, did you? You did it. You did it. F. Anyway, sis. I can't drink on the show no more.
It's okay.
I can't drink on the show no more. Oh my God.
Well,
What's your joke, sis?
I don't have that problem. So, Why are there gates around cemeteries?
To keep out the gators. I've been drinking. What's the answer?
Because people are dying to get in.
Oh my God.
Get it?
Yeah.
Cemeteries, people are dying to get in. Get it?
Yeah, no.
Get it?
That is horrendous, Sherelle.
You know what? Listen, I think
No.
it's funny.
No.
Listen, I interviewed Luke James today. I'm okay. Like, it's fine.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm glad you got to see Luke James today.
Again, we ran into each other again. So, you know, he's in love with me. I'm in love with him. And that's just how it works.
You're getting married.
Correct. And Luke James will be my +1 to the wedding.
That is not how that works.
Yeah, I think so.
If you would have seen Challengers, you need to go see Challengers.
I'm going to go see The Strangers. That's the next thing I'll be going to see. Sierra's coming too.
I'm not be scared.
Peace and blessings, y'all.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye.
It's not scary. It's scary.
It's not though.